Hello everybody, welcome to week number 4 of EDU 600, which is research methods. This week we're going to be staying under the umbrella of qualitative research. We're going to be studying ethnography and ethnographic designs. I think you'll find this very interesting, and I also think this is one of the topics. This is one type of qualitative research that people seem to understand because they've been subjected to it. They maybe have read about it, maybe you've seen it online, but it's a type of research that really can be done in any environment. It can be done where people live, work, or interact. It's basically a type of research where you study how people interact with each other in a specific environment. So, you know, there's been loads of information on, or there's been loads of research along this lines, and it could be, how does a back to the earth group of people living somewhere in the country, how do they all interact with each other with their similar core values? So in certain ways, you often hear where the researcher actually is embedded with the population. That's what the type of research is. So I'm going to try to succinctly go through the materials, and before I do that, I'd just like to thank everybody for the week 3 discussion. We had a discussion, group discussions, and we also had the Padlet discussion. If you have not participated in either one of those, please do so. We still have time. It's only Saturday afternoon right now, so you have time to get online, and for the Padlet, post your topic and some information about it, including keywords that you're going to be using for a search. So, keep up the good work, and let's just get right to the materials. So this week, we're going to be studying ethnography. I'd like you to read chapter 4, and then I'd like you to take a look at the below videos. 1, 2. As far as the discussion forum, we do have a discussion forum this week. I'd like you to read one of these articles. Excuse me. No, something just happened there. Okay, excuse me. I'd like you to read one of these articles, and you can choose whichever one is of more interest to you. These are really good examples of ethnography. And then I'd like you to take a look at pages 67 on for how you specifically evaluate ethnographic research articles, and then take a look at the sample critique. I'd like you to participate in the discussion forum, and this is the same forum that we've been using. We have one forum this week, and that's right down here. Define ethnographic research and its key characteristics. Select one of the posted articles. So you're using one of those. Critically evaluate the methods, analysis, and conclusion. And I say, please support your comments with evidence from the study, course reading, so it could be in the text. So if you feel that the research is A, B, and C, please at least cite where you're getting that information from. One thing I did want to mention is next Sunday, or September 26th, we actually have our first real assignment that is due. It's called an article capture. This is where you take 3 research articles, primary research articles from your topic. So most of you, from what I can see on Padlet, have a pretty good idea of a topic. If you don't, and you need some help, please reach out to me. I am certainly here to help, and in certain cases, many people are close to a topic, but they're just not there. I do want to stress that you are not conducting research this semester. This whole Article Capture 1 and Article Capture 2, you are searching and you are finding 3 primary source documents. From there, you will do some people call it a literature review. You will summarize these 6 research articles, research documents, in the final paper, which is at the end of the course. So once again, you're not conducting any original research. You are really reporting on other people's research on the topic. So what I'd like you to do I'll click on that, Article Capture 1. Down here you will see there's an article capture form. I'd like you to use this for each one of the 3 articles. Details about Article 1, you can fill all of this out. The database is, where did you find this? Was it in Academic Search Complete? Was it some database? Was it ERIC? I'd just like you to put it down here. I'd like you to format the citation or the reference in APA formatting. And here is an example of how do you actually, this is a correct example of formatting a research article. For those that do not know, this in here, this is called a hanging indent. And if you don't know how to do that, there's all kinds of help out there, including Purdue OWL. If you go to Purdue OWL, or you can contact me, there's, how do you do a hanging indent? If you Google hanging indent, there's loads of information. It's just a formatting issue. And then I'd like you to write 3 to 5 sentences on the research. One of the questions I want you to answer is, how do you know this is primary research? And primary research, just as a refresher, is research that is conducted by a person and they are the authors or one of the authors telling about the research and the findings. So, big difference. Some of the keys, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. If you're reading the abstract and it doesn't mention in the abstract things like this research or we studied or something along that lines, and where they talk about the purpose, the methods, the data analysis, the conclusions, all of those should be mentioned, and also sample size. You should be able to see that right in the abstract. If you have any questions on primary research, please let me know. So there's 3 of these. It's Article 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to submit them in the usual place by next Sunday. If you have any questions on where do you submit it, please let me know. I'm going to go back. So here we are. This is where you're going to submit your, just like you submit other assignments. So I did want to just point out one thing. On Facebook, on Brightspace. So we'll go to the table of contents. Table of contents, I want you to look for Library Assistance from Tim Lynch. I click on that, and this is what comes up. Article Search and Library Assistance from Tim Lynch. Click on that. One of the keys to this, actually there's 2 things I'd like to highlight. First is the link to videos on how to do searching, how to organize a search. What are you looking for? But the second, and probably maybe even the more important thing, is right here. Tim Lynch is the research and instructional librarian that works with our programs. There's his email, there's his telephone number. Tim is a great resource. If you're having trouble finding primary research articles, please reach out to Tim or reach out to me. So what do you see when you click on this? I'm going to come over here and I'll show you. Right here, you have various videos. So over here, you have introduction. These are the videos that you can see, all the way from pre-research checklist, developing a search strategy, basic searching, assessing or accessing information sources, and more and more. These are not long articles, but they walk you through the process of how do you do a basic search and where do you look. So if you have any questions on this and or you're having difficulties accessing these videos, please let me know and I'd be happy to shoot them out to you. Okay, that is really it. I want to thank everybody for the great work you're putting in. If you have any questions, you let me know. And in the meantime, I hope you get outside and enjoy the beautiful late summer weather. See you, everybody.